Hey, Cynthia. All right. Ooh. Let's see. Hmm. Hey, hey, hey. What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Ooh. Okay. What's going on? Hey, everyone. How y'all doing? What's going? What we talking about tonight? I got a couple. Hey, Darnell. What's up, Amy? Woo, y'all got some stuff. We're gonna talk about what the IRS has. I know a lot of y'all been asking me about these ERC loans, grants, and the IRS actually put something out about that today. So I just wanted to catch y'all up real quick. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday. Um, if this is your first time, please hit the like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll tell y'all what is going on really quickly, and then I'll take your questions, whatever they may be. So the IRS put out a couple things. So they are seeing, of course, an influx of fraud, that's not anything that's a surprise. A couple things, three things that they talked about specifically. One is the individuals filing taxes and inflating the federal income tax withholdings. Okay. So I know a lot of y'all are unhappy about y'all tax refunds not being high, but do not let somebody put more taxes paid than you should have. Okay. So there have been some people that have been paid these high tax refunds because you can easily manipulate the tax system by putting in a high amount of income taxes that you pay. Okay, that's really all it takes. You don't even got to add no kids. You ain't got to do no Schedule C. You ain't got to do none of that to get your tax return high. All you got to do is inflate the federal taxes. So for those who have not filed, or even if you did file and you don't trust your tax preparer, and I am going to tell y'all the story of what happened today. I do not see her here, but I'm definitely going to tell her story because it pissed me off today. Okay. The second thing the IRS is telling you guys to watch out for is anybody who is using a Schedule H, y'all, H, something like that. Y'all see them trying to do it, right? So a Schedule H is for individuals who pay household employees. Now, I know y'all probably like, we don't have no household employees because we ain't making money like that. But I'm telling you, it is very easy to just put that form in your taxes and put that you had household employees. And if you paid your employees more than $1,000, you're supposed to take out taxes. But some people, again, are putting that you paid taxes and you took money out for your employees, although you don't have employees and you don't have any taxes that you paid. So that is another way people are inflating the tax refunds to get people a large amount. Okay. Now, I told you guys on Monday that a lot of people were coming to me saying, how are people who get Social Security disability getting $4,000 and $5,000 back? Because somebody's lying. Period. Okay. No one getting Social Security disability should be having anything like that. Hey, Mo, we just talking about what new came out with the IRS today. Okay. Hey, Classic D and Jay says, have you heard the rumor about people who did the PPP is losing their jobs? Oh, I got one for y'all on this one too. Whew. Okay, so I don't tell people business, all right? But a lot of people reach out to me, and I am very disappointed at some of the stuff that people are doing to grab a little bit of this coin. And I be trying to tell y'all how to fix it, and you still don't do it. Okay, so let me get to the last thing that the IRS said y'all need to watch out for. If anybody is telling you that there is an ERC grant run, because there is no grant. Okay. Now they say grant because you're not supposed to pay the money back. It is the ERC is Employee Retention Credit. It is only for individuals who had employees. Their businesses was shut down because of the pandemic. And some of you still paid your employees while the time was while you guys were not working. Okay. So basically the IRS allows you to resubmit your pay forms that you turned in for these employees that you paid. They're going to let you amend them and then turn around and give you up to, they say 27,500 per employee, but I have never seen anybody get that large of a check for more than a few. I've seen most people get about $5,000 per employee. But here's why I'm telling y'all about this, is because the IRS is now auditing all of those ERC refunds that people put in. And a lot of you got those ERC loans or refunds, whatever you want to call it, and you had to pay up front. Well, guess what? If you paid up front, the IRS does not care. You lose the money that you paid up front, even if you report the company that you went to. Okay. So the system works. Okay. Y'all know I tell you the system is the system. So you put the right stuff in, it's going to accept it. So all the individual has to do is put in a 941X form, and a 941 is just a form that you list your employees' wages, okay, and who they are. It's like an amendment, okay? So as soon as a person submits that amendment form, the IRS verifies that that's a real social, and boom, you get your refund. They didn't check to see if what you did was right. They just paid you. So what is happening now, people are getting letters from the IRS saying you do not qualify for the ERC, and you need to pay us not only the money we paid you, but interest and whatever penalties that they accrue. And again, you cannot get the other company in trouble. Okay. I don't know who put my hat on. Thank y'all. But you're not getting in trouble. The company is not getting in trouble for it. Okay. So y'all make sure y'all share, tag somebody or whatever. Because that's pretty important. They are doing them now. Mind you, some of these ERCs were done last year. So a lot of people that I saw get audited are from 2020, 2021. Okay. So not 2020, 21 and 2022. All right. So please, if you think you went to somebody that's fishy, well, I guess you ain't got no other choice but to wait to see if they're going to come after you, because I don't even suggest you go rock the boat and tell on yourself. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. If you got one of those fake ass PPP loans, okay, meaning somebody lied and gave you employees that you really did not have, if you are lucky enough that you have not gotten caught up, please do not rock your own boat by trying to be greedy again and go back and get this money. Okay, because what they not slick. Excuse me. They know you guys aren't slick. They are very slick. So they say, well, they may have not caught you on the front end, but they can definitely catch you on the back end. Okay, so please don't let these same people who took your $5,000 when you did your PPP loan psych you up and tell you that you can qualify for this too. Okay, because they are not playing no games. They want their money. Okay, and they're not going after the big companies that do it, because it's only a few of them, but it's a lot of y'all. So if they are able to audit and say that all of y'all owe money, there's no reason for them to go after those billionaires that everybody get mad about. Okay, because they have a lot of y'all to go after. So please stay away from it. If you know you are not legitimate, do yourself a favor, okay, and sit down. Cynthia says, hold on, let me see. Amy says, I'll be happy if I break even. I file soon. I usually break even. I hope you break even too, Amy. I really do. If not, it's okay if you owe the IRS a little bit of money. Okay. I don't know why everybody goes into a panic when they see that they owe. All that means is if you owe the IRS, all it means is that you either, one, did not pay enough taxes, which is more than likely what it is, but also you did not give them your money to use throughout the year. Would you rather loan me your money and let me give it back to you January, or would you rather keep your own money and spend it the way you want to? That's exactly how I look at a tax refund. It clearly says that a refund is an overpayment. Okay, now that doesn't, not for people who have kids, okay, because y'all not being overpaid, but anyone who does not have kids, it's an overpayment. All right. All right. Cynthia says, hold on. I noticed about EBT. I heard something about EBT being increased, even though the pandemic pay is ending. Is that true? That is going to be by state. I'm hearing a lot of stuff about this EBT, and I don't want to get anybody into a panic just yet. But I am noticing that grocery prices going up. The pandemic EBT is supposed to be going away. I would not be surprised if they increased it, but I have not seen anything from the federal government, who is actually the one that kicks these checks out to the money out to the state, saying that it is. So right now it is just the same. But Cynthia, if you see something, send it to me so I can do my research so I can talk about it on Monday. Hey Cassie. All right, let me see what else y'all saying. Okay, okay, so here's what happened to somebody today. Okay. I know a lot of people don't know everything about taxes, and you go to somebody that you think you can trust. But if you got burnt by somebody before, why give them an opportunity to burn you again? All right. So here is what happened today. I got a super long message in my inbox today saying, and this person I know because I helped them because they got scammed in 2021. In 2020. And in 2021, when they were supposed to get an $11,000 tax refund, it was taken from whoever messed them up in 2020. Now here, fast forward to 2022. This person went to somebody else to do their taxes. And they didn't listen. Y'all know I tell you, when you get your taxes done, you need to get the printout immediately from your tax preparer, because you need to go through your stuff. Why? Because you signed off on it, and you are just as responsible, if not more, than the person who did your taxes. Okay. So they didn't ask for a printout. They couldn't find their money, and they ended up calling the IRS, and the IRS told them how to pull up their transcript. Well, this person found out that they paid the tax preparer $2,000. The tax preparer did not tell them. The second thing the tax preparer did, or shall I call them the tax predator, what they did then was they also had the money go to their account versus the actual taxpayer. Why? Because they want to make sure that they get the money first, and they will cut you a check for the rest. Now, I know I'm talking to somebody's cousin of a cousin of a cousin, because we all got that one person that just may not always be swift, okay? But if you know that person, you know somebody like that, these tax predators are preying on people like that, your loved ones, and taking their money. Now, this person is a single parent, and $2,000 is now gone for her tax return, and she has no access to her money when it comes. Now, do you think the IRS is going to act fast enough to correct this in time? No, because they don't move that fast. All right. So they're going to say, it's your fault, ma'am. You can report this person, but it's your fault. Sorry. So if the, hold on. So I forgot to put my phone on. What's the name? So if you don't follow up, those people are definitely going to be gunning for you and your loved ones to take their money, just like this person. Okay. And you know what I basically told the person? I can't help you. I helped you one time and you went back to somebody again. So now, unfortunately, you're going to be $2,000 short, and you ain't never going to get your $11,000 back either. And that's what I don't want to have to say to people, but you got to be wise with who you're going to when you are getting your taxes done, because they're going to steal it. Okay. I know that's right. I keep my own money too. Mika says, I owe student loans, or they're still going to garnish my taxes. If you owe student loans, you need to call the Treasury offset hotline. Somebody please type this in: 800-304-3104. 800, Mika, you should be taking it down. 304-3104. Call the hotline, put your social security number in, and it will tell you before you file if there's anything coming out of your taxes. You should know. Okay, very important. Kamisha says, can you please talk to me more about the CPN, because I looked at your video and it really wasn't clear on what it is that it actually does. Just when you get a minute, appreciate you, sweetie. Thank you, Kamisha. So y'all know I talk a lot about CPNs. If y'all don't know what CPNs, I always say those are the fake social security numbers. Now, I don't know how true this is, but if y'all watch my videos, don't be calling me disguised and saying you're with the news, okay? Because I know y'all are not with the news, and I know how reporters sound, and they ain't sounding like y'all. You are more than welcome to call and ask me questions. That is what I make the videos for. So thank you, Kamisha, for asking, okay? So People want to know what a CPN is. Well, it's for most people who have very bad credit. Okay. Most of y'all think y'all credit is bad, but it ain't. A lot of you just don't know how to fix it. Okay. But in the event your credit is bad, and so please tag somebody, because I know somebody is trying to buy one. I know, look, the spirit came over me and said somebody trying to get an apartment, a car, or some credit cards. Okay. So if that is you or your friend, tag them, because they need to pay attention. Okay. Credit card theft, identity theft, these numbers are rising. So I'm not encouraging anybody to do anything, but y'all better be better at what y'all doing, because people getting caught over stupid stuff. Okay. So a CPN is basically a bought social security number, a created social security number, which you can make them up, and basically people use them in place of the actual social security number. Before you ask me, absolutely it's illegal. Now, I know what a bunch of y'all tell me, girl, we don't care. We just want to know what to do with it. Well, you do the same thing you would normally do with your social. But I will say this, for some people who ain't that swift, you are not to get a job. You are not to do a security clearance with this CPN, because it is not you. You also do not need to go out and get a mortgage, because now you're really asking for trouble. Okay. So, it depends on what you're trying to get, which is where I would tell you it's easier. It's always easier to get a car, and it's always easier to get credit cards and an apartment with a CPN, because they don't go through the same requirements that a bank would when you are trying to get a mortgage, and or the background information when you're trying to get a background check with it. I have had a lot of people that want to do CPNs, made up ones, and get a whole new identity. Okay. The only people who do those fake identities and live the double lives are people who steal actual real people's information. Okay. I don't know if y'all saw it. It was on the news. A black man was married to his wife for 40 years, and she didn't even know he was on the run. He had a warrant for his arrest for 40 years, but he lived under another alias, knew everything, and she never knew. It happens a lot. Okay. It happens a whole lot. So let me see what y'all saying before I get too far off. It says, if your credit is bad, come to credit class tomorrow. Thank you, Mo. Yeah, thank you. I'll be forgetting, girl. So yeah, if anybody's credit is jacked up, y'all know y'all can hit that link in the bio. I don't have any problem going through your credit with you, because again, some of y'all do not know how to read your credit reports and or know how to repair your credit. I am doing a credit repair class. The link is in the bio. I do it on every Thursday of this month. Okay, I'm not going on a trip, guys, so I will be here this month to do it. And every week is going to be somebody different. So I think I'm going to do somebody with a bankruptcy tomorrow, so you guys can see that you can still file bankruptcy and still have a 700 credit score. Okay, can somebody say amen? Yes, you can. Okay, all right. So Kamisha, if you want to know something specific, ask so I can answer it. Hey, Miss Aura. Hey, Game Over, how you doing? All right, it said, Michelle says, my husband has to verify, and we forgot the email that we put last year and the password, what to do. If you need to verify identity and you cannot get into your information, all you need to do, you can call the IRS and do a verification through the computer with the ID Me stuff. If not, you can go to your local IRS location. Please make an appointment, because they will not let you in. Make an appointment at your local IRS location, and they will verify you in person, and they will do whatever they do in the system, and you will be released and good to go to continue filing your taxes. Okay. All right. Let's see. Tammy says, I'm on full disability, but I have a child still in school. Yet my preparer says I owe the IRS. So you are on full disability. So my first question, Tammy, is, do you pay taxes out of your disability? Okay. If you did not pay taxes out of your disability, did you have a lot of interest statements? Did you get a lot of stuff from the bank saying that you hadn't earned interest? Because the most time, if you owe taxes and you receive Social Security, it is not because you receive Social Security, unless it's like a big lump sum payment. But other than that, it's because of something else in your tax documents. Okay. So you can either tell me. If not, go to my website, send me a message, and I'll see if I can help you get that. Your tax preparer should be able to show you the form so you can see why you owe, instead of just telling you. I don't never tell y'all owe without taking you to the page, screenshotting or something to show you, because you guys need to know that you owe. Also, I know for all my ladies, if you got a W-2 or any 1099 after you originally filed your taxes, please go back and amend them now since you got your refund. More than likely, you're going to get more money back. Okay, so don't listen to a tax preparer telling you to wait until next year. You got 3 years. That's not true. You're supposed to file in the year that you earned the money. Keep your record straight. All right, I'd rather you owe them a couple dollars and pay it off before the end of the year, or keep your balance and let them just take it from you from your future refund. Okay, so don't sit there and earn all those penalties and interest. Okay, that's what makes it too damn high. It says, my husband, military, Kansas. I live in Texas. Do we have to file together? You should absolutely want to file together if you are married, because married people have the best of the best when it comes to the IRS tax deductions and all of that. Plus, your standard deduction is higher. It's $27,500. It's high. So that means that they tax you on less money if you file together than if you were to file apart. Now, he lives in one state and you live in one state. That absolutely means nothing. He can be a non-resident in Kansas and a resident in Texas, and you can file a federal and 2 states. Okay, so you can do all 3, and I promise you will come out with more money in your pocket than you would if you file separate. Now, and I'll say this and I'll get back to your questions. If your husband owes any money, if there's any issue with child support or student loans, or even you can still file married, but you can include a form called the injured spouse. Injured, like you got injured in the battlefield, okay? Injured spouse form, and you can include that in your taxes, and the IRS will know that you want to get your portion of the refund, but take his, okay? So you do not have to lose the right to file together just because you think the money is going to be taken, all right? All right, and Cynthia says, I emailed you so you can use my report. Thank you, Cynthia. You know what? I'm going to reach out to you because I need to do a test thing now that I know how to do it. So send me, no, you ain't got to send me one. I already got you in my email. I'll reach out to you. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me see what y'all saying. I probably did miss your comment. Sorry. Oh, God, my YouTube's freezing. All right, hold on. So it says, just having credit alone, can that get you a new car without a down payment? Absolutely. I walked into a dealership, and I told them I'm not paying a damn dime. I know my credit is good enough. This is the vehicle that I want. And I came in with my own financing. And the reason I came in with my own financing is because I know the dealership wants to get some of that incentive money and get a little kickback for having me go through their lenders. So I didn't tell them I had financing. I came in. I knew my credit was good. Now, let me tell you, to get a car, y'all only need a 620. Okay, there are dealerships that will ask for pay stubs, and then there are some that don't. I would tell you, if you want to not have to come into a car dealership with pay stubs, you need to make sure you have at least, I would say at least a 640, at least a 650. Okay, not Credit Karma 640 or 650 either, because they ain't gonna do nothing but hurt your feelings. But you absolutely can walk into a car lot and get a car. But I would tell you, if your credit score is good, go to your bank and get finance first so that you have something to fight with, okay? Because they're not going to want you to leave without trying whoever they have, because they're going to bet that they can get you a lower interest rate, which is fine if they can. It saves you in the long run. They're happy. You don't have to pay no money down. So you don't. And the same thing with a CPN, just in case y'all want to know. You can do the same thing. That is exactly why people want to put trade lines on the CPN, because it boosts that score up so that they can walk right into that place and get a car without having to show any documentation. Okay? That's the whole point. He says, do you have that number so my husband can call? No. Well, you could call 800-829-1040. 800-829-1040. That is the IRS's phone number. Okay, please, you are probably going to be on hold. So if I were you, if you need to get in touch with the IRS, and I'm not trying to push out to my page, but I know my video is accurate. My last video is the how to get in the IRS, how to get in touch with the IRS is a hack. Okay, it'll actually have you leave a message for them and your phone number, and they'll call you back, so you don't have to be on hold for 2 to 3 hours. All right, so don't tell them I sent you. Just get the number from me. Okay. Kamika says, I'm good, girl. As soon as you said illegal, I forgot about it. I'm black in new blessing God provides. I know that's right. So yeah, it is illegal. I just like to start us off by saying CPNs are, because people will argue me down and say that it's not, that's not true. And it is, they don't give celebrities CPNs, y'all. They do not. When you are rich, cash is your credit. But when you are everybody else, credit is your cash. Okay. So they're not walking around here with no fake information. All that stuff is ran through their assistants, through their business, corporate accounts, all that kind of stuff. No CPNs. All right. Sarah says, why are some clients getting their refund checks mailed if they sign up for direct deposit? Because the bank information was wrong. That's it. The IRS does not like sending out checks, y'all. If you get a paper check, it's because something's wrong with your routing or account number. Now, if you put in the wrong information and you realize, damn, that bank is closed, call them before they issue your direct deposit and tell them to change your payment to a paper check, and they will. And they will not send a direct deposit at all. This beats you having to wait for your bank to reject the check before they mail it to you, okay? Because they at least try twice before they end up mailing the check out. So if you already know it's wrong, call them so they can change it. But if they're getting a paper check first, it's because something's wrong. Or somebody selected it and they told you they didn't. It says, how do I build my credit account with only one credit card on my credit? Well, what's your utilization? How much have you used? You do not have to have a ton of credit cards to have good credit, okay? The algorithm, the math for credit works. As long as you put something in it, it's going to do what it does. So if you have one credit card and you're maxed out, that's your problem right there. If you have a credit card and there's no balance on it, that's your problem right there. If you just have one credit card and nothing else, that is also your problem, because you can't have one item on your credit and expect it to be the anchor and hold out for everything else. You at least got to have two. So that way, if you use one and run it up, you still have another with no balance to help balance out the utilization. The utilization matters, guys. How much of your credit that you actually use versus what you have available matters. Okay. If you have a $300 limit, but you're at $450, you are over. Okay. That's not how it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go the other way. And that's what a lot of people do. So you can build your credit by adding something, lowering your amount, or start using your card. And so I can't answer that because I would have to know more, but those are always, there's always three options when it comes to credit. There is no one right answer. It's just not, because everything is situational based off the individual. Okay. It says, my husband. Okay. I answered that one. Candy Cane, if I miss you, I apologize. Ask again. What's on the IRS transcript? Why do you always say to go get it? So there's 4 types of IRS transcripts. And the reason I tell y'all to go get your IRS transcript is because individuals submit information about you saying you got paid, and you need to make sure that you really worked that job. Again, y'all know I go back to my client testimonials. We had a girl call. She saw my video and she said she got a letter from the IRS saying that she hadn't been reporting her income from a daycare job. She doesn't work at a daycare, but her child goes to a daycare. And guess what we found out? The lady that was taking care of her child was actually illegally putting down that the mother worked there. So she was turning in paperwork to the IRS on this lady, and the lady was filing taxes with her real jobs. And then she got a letter saying you owe us $5,000. So you don't have to check your transcript, but I bet you $5,000 you will. Okay. So the 4 types is your wage and earning. So you can see how much you actually made from your job. So if you can't find your old W-2s or your 1099s or any tax document for the year, it's already in your transcript. Okay. If you are trying to get a mortgage and they want to see your taxes, you do not have to give them the hard copy printout of your actual tax return. The IRS has a transcript just for that. You can print it 2 pages. That way it keeps all your kids' information. It keeps all that stuff that those people don't need to know out. Okay. So they have that's called an account transcript. Okay. Then they have a record transcript. And the record transcript is what happens to your taxes after you file the original one. So if you do your taxes in the beginning and then you do an amendment, your amended and what you did originally and your amended will now be in your record transcript because it's an update. Then last but not least, they have your record and account transcript, which is both the account and the record together in one document. I don't know why they did that like that. It makes no sense, but to the IRS, it makes sense. So basically, you want to know anything about you and what happened with your taxes, that's where you find it. If somebody's messing with your taxes behind your back and you don't know what happened with this letter you got from the IRS, go to your transcript. Maybe somebody did an amended tax return and didn't tell you. People do some crazy stuff with your information. All right. I can tell you, if I was a greedy, nefarious person, it would take nothing for me to go right back into these taxes and amend all of them, change information, and have the checks of the amended amount sent right to me. That's a lot of trust that y'all give people that you probably don't even know. So if you ain't been going to that same tax preparer for a while, and you going to these fly-by-night ones, going to this one over here, or you going to this one because you heard they give more money, be careful for you find yourself a victim, okay, of identity theft. All right, Mo, I hope I answered that. Pretty and Blessed says, if you receive SSI for a dependent and do not work, can you still file for EIC? Let me tell y'all, earned income credit stands for earned income. So Social Security disability is not earned income. So no, ma'am, if nobody worked and earned any income, there's no EIC to base it off of, okay? So I'm not trying to say that to be facetious. I'm just letting people know that it's called earned income credit because you have to actually earn the money by working. Anything that you just get is not earned income, all right? So I hope y'all learned that. I know I just taught y'all something with that one. Okay, I know I did. All right. Let me see what you said. That's right. Mo said y'all like the video and y'all subscribe, please. Also, y'all make sure y'all check out my YouTube videos, especially when y'all be having questions about these CPNs and how people get money off of stuff. I'm just telling y'all, it's lots of ways, and not everything is illegal. Okay, some stuff may be necessarily unethical, but it definitely ain't gonna put you in jail. All right, and I'll give y'all an example of that. Got somebody that wants to file bankruptcy, and she says, I don't work. I am a single mom with a disabled child, and I have about $20,000 left in my Navy Federal credit card, but I'm drowning in debt. And she said, what can I do? And I said, well, if you haven't filed bankruptcy, you still have that money to use. So you can either take a cash advance and get the money off the card, or you can take that same credit card and you can go and buy gift cards. So I'm not telling people to rush out there and do it, but I'm letting you guys know that in the event that you are strapped for cash and you have store cards, not credit cards, because credit cards you can get the cash off, but say you have a store card, a Sam's card, a Walmart card, Staples card, you can absolutely go and get you some money off of those cards just by purchasing gift cards. Okay, you can get a Visa Vanilla card. They usually run in ranges of $20 all the way to $500. So if you can't, you can just go and turn your card in and swipe it and get the Visa Vanilla card, and now you got cash from what you could not even use for nothing else but inside of that store. Now, if somebody don't give me no likes for that, y'all crazy, okay? Because I know that was a gem, okay? So that's one. You can also do gift cards like the dinner cards, okay? Now, the only reason I mention these is because now I've definitely been here before. I have definitely flipped some Amazon gift certificates. I've definitely flipped some Outback Steakhouses, some McDonald's. So if I couldn't get anything but a restaurant card or Amazon card, you better believe I'm going to purchase it. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to post it on social media for about $10 or $15 off, because y'all know y'all like a deal. Y'all buy them on Groupon for a discount. You can buy them from me, okay? And I'll take a $15 cut. I'll look at that as my interest that I was charged, okay? But I still got the cash. All right. So I'm not telling people to go out there and rush and get yourself into debt, but I am trying to show you another way to look at the things that you do have. Everything can mean money if you know how to flip it. Okay. All right. Amy says, my credit is lacking. The only credit card I was able to get was a secured card. Was this a mistake? I'm trying to build credit. There's absolutely nothing wrong with secured cards. Remember, well, when I do a credit consultation, my first thing I ask you is, what do you need your credit for? So, Amy, if you are just trying to get your score up, you don't care what gets it up. It can be a secured card, or unsecured, or, I mean, it doesn't matter as long as it boosts your score. Because remember, the math is mathing at all times. Okay. The algorithm is always going to work. All that matters is what you put in it or take off. So, but if you say, well, I need a car, well, we're going to look at your score now and we'll see if we need to raise it. Maybe you need another secured card. Who cares? At the end of the day, it's about what you're trying to get. You can build your credit and have secured cards. Now, no, you are not going to walk into American Express and get a $10,000, $20,000 American Express card when you had a $300 Navy Federal secured card. It don't work like that. Okay, they're not going to take you that big of a jump. But you got to ask yourself, what's more important? Do I care about my credit score, or do I need to get a house in a year? Those things make a difference, guys. So there, again, not one answer. I would tell you to tell me what you want to use your credit for, and then I'll tell you what you need to do. Okay. And I know nobody don't teach credit like this because everybody is more concerned with cleaning stuff off your credit. No, I'm trying to educate you so you can not come back into this mess. Okay. I have definitely done repeat bankruptcies for people, okay, who did not get it the first time. Okay. Didn't get it the third time. So obviously somebody was just doing something, but not teaching them anything. And you ain't going to get far if you're not taught and understand how this works. So that is why I do my consultations. So if you're interested, again, hit the link in the bio. If not, you can come and take the class with your girl. It's $20 for 4. Well, it's 3 classes left. We already had one. So basically it's like $7. All right. So it can't hurt you. All right. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. All right. So let me see what y'all saying. Okay. Let me tell y'all what else is going on. All right, so the IRS was the big thing. The tax fraud is another big old thing. So I know y'all probably still thinking about the student loans, and this is just for anybody who was not here to hear what I said on Monday about this Biden student loan thing. Of course, it is still in talks, okay? Y'all know I said I do not believe it's going to pass. I definitely have to agree, and I agree that it is unconstitutional. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be done, but I'm saying the way that he's doing it is not the right way to go about doing it, okay? And if you want to know, you can go look at my YouTube video. I explain exactly why I don't think it's going to happen. Now, in the event that it does not happen, y'all need to be prepared for your repayment, and you also need to be prepared now while y'all waiting to go ahead on and refinance. You can refinance your loans into the IDR program, okay? They are taking into account some months that you guys did not get counted before. Y'all have to remember the last administration was a Trump administration, and they were very, very critical on evaluating times that people qualify for forbearance versus when you really should have been having this time counted towards your actual payoff. So some people, but I love you too, beloved. Some people are finding that when they consolidate or when they go into this IDR program, they're getting time cut off, which means less time to pay these loans. I don't think it's going to happen for a lot of y'all. So y'all going to have to find another way. All right. Either you're going to do the borrower's defense, which is the Sweet versus Cardona lawsuit. You're going to do the total permanent discharge, which is for anybody that's 100% disabled veteran or anybody who is receiving Social Security disability. Let me tell y'all, this happened to my mama. She's been carrying student loans on her credit for 20 years. And it wasn't until we did the application, a month later, an attorney called and said they want to sue her. Baby, it's past the statute of limitations. You ain't suing nobody, first of all. Second of all, we dropped them paperwork to show them that, hey, she received Social Security. She should not have to pay. Now, we did have to go and prove it. So if y'all are getting care from anybody, some people may ask you to prove it, although Social Security and IRS said that they're talking to each other. I don't trust them folks, okay? So you got to do it yourself. Another way, bankruptcy for those who have Parent Plus loans. And The other ones are going to be just regular repayment. Get a job, the Peace Corps, one of those things, work for the government. But some of y'all ain't going to get that 10,000 off. It's sad, but that's just where we're going. Okay, so don't hold your breath. All right. Okay, it says, well, Sharon, if is that Sharon? Staron, if you want some help, please reach out to me. Good night, Nicola. No, we're not talking about cards only, but mostly cards are the easiest way to get money out. Okay. A lot of y'all have store cards but can't access cash. So gas cards too, guys. Definitely gas cards. And this goes the same for anybody that has business credit. You can also pull the cash off your cards the same exact way. It says every 3 months I get a check from the Kidney Foundation. Do I have to do a 1099? It depends. Well, if they don't send you a tax document, I would not list it. And then I would see what is the check for. Is it a grant? Is it a gift? Are you being paid for a settlement or something like that? But usually if they don't give you a tax document, don't report it. But here's how you can check. Go open your IRS transcripts and look under your wage and earning transcript and see if it's included. If it's included, you need to include it. You can't hide what the IRS already see. It says if I get a shot from the Kidney Foundation. Okay, I see that. So I think I answered that one already about the Kidney Foundation. Okay. Hey, Nicole, are you back? I thought you were saying good night. Okay. Pamela says you're so helpful. Miss Pam, your documents did not come. Okay, so we need to talk. So give me a call so we can find out where your stuff at. All right. And love you too. Okay, let me check. What time is it? It's 7:43. Okay, guys. So hold on. I want to see what else I got. I want to tell y'all. Hold. Now y'all know I'm still telling y'all to get these class action. So y'all saw I put up my class action checks. Now y'all know I told y'all I don't be playing with these class actions. I'm hoping y'all are seriously looking at them so that y'all can participate. And I told you can go to openclassactions.com. Openclassactions.com. It's a little ghetto site. It ain't mine, okay? But I do like how easy it is, okay? And if y'all driving a Kia, I better see all my people with a Kia go ahead on and get your money in the Kia settlement, okay? Because they pay it, all right? All you got to do is put your VIN number in and see if you're a part of the class. And if you don't believe me, just type in Kia settlement. That's it, all right? They got some pretty big ones, all right? So y'all need to just be paying attention to that. All right. So, okay. So you just logged in. Class action on Kias. That's a big one right now. The class action on the Kias. The reason I try to keep y'all up with these because these class actions close, man. And if you don't get in, you know who gets all that money? The damn lawyers. Okay. So you better, y'all, there's the chicken lawsuit. There's the pork chop lawsuit. And I know y'all done ate bacon. And I know y'all done had some fried chicken. So if that is you, your aunties, your grandmas and cousins and kids, I don't know why y'all not filling out for one. Okay. Go to openclassactions.com. They are right there. Now, y'all know I go to a bunch of places to find the class action lawsuits, but I do like this new one. Okay. All right. So let me see what y'all asking. We got 15 minutes. I'm going to be looking through some stuff. Remember to pay y'all SBA. If y'all haven't, y'all know I have to keep telling people that because they just be forgetting all about it. Okay. And one last thing too, just so y'all know, I hear one more person tell me that my PPP loan was forgiven 100%, and they think that means you can unclench your butt cheeks. Let me let you know that Biden did not extend that thing to 10 years for nothing, okay? So even though it was forgiven at 100%, it does not mean it is forgotten. That is a different thing, okay? So again, don't be falling for none of that ERC crap and reopening stuff. I'm only saying this because I had a conversation with someone, and I'm like, I'm just telling you, if you did not do the right thing, don't get no more money. Sit down, okay? I'm just telling you now. All right, let me see what you're saying. Have a good tax preparer. What is the website? Had a good tax preparer. Which site, Demi? What are you talking about? I apologize. What are you asking about? It says, what about Hyundai? Do they have a lawsuit? I don't think so. And y'all over here on YouTube, y'all quiet. Y'all got any questions? Let me see. Does they are doing no right now? It's Kia. Wait, I don't mind 100% now. Oh, I'm lying. You are right. Kia and Hyundai are having a lawsuit because people are breaking into those cars. So it says, it says lawyers aren't backing off the class action lawsuit, but I have not seen it where anybody can apply yet. Kia, I have. Okay, and look, 7 states done already, attorney generals done came after Kia already. So they are going after Honda too. Not Honda, excuse me. Hyundai, the cheaper one. Okay. Not Honda, Hyundai. So Hyundai and Kia both have a class action lawsuit. I do know Kia is available for you to apply right now. Okay. So again, you can go to open class actions. Another thing I saw today, HUD, and this is for anybody that has an FHA loan. You can go through your mortgage company and ask, because I'm not going to be able to tell you too much because it just came out today. If an individual is struggling with their mortgage payment, the good old uncle of yours has decided that they will allow you to reamortize your loans for 40 years versus 30 years. Isn't that sweet? They want to keep you in debt that much longer. I don't think it's bad if you have a plan, okay? But if somebody that you know is having an issue with their mortgage, okay, you can go and see if you got an FHA loan. And then if you do, see if your bank has implemented the new program for the 40 years. Okay. So basically, they're just going to take whatever money you have left to pay on your loan, and they're going to amortize it for however much time you have left to equal up to 40. So if you've already been in it for 20 years, they're probably going to extend your mortgage for another 20 years. Okay. So just be mindful. All right. Okay. Hey, Jody White. Okay. It says, what's the website for the class action? Open Class Actions with an S.com. Okay. Openclassactions.com. It says in Texas, there are asbestos lawsuits going on too. See? Thank you, Cynthia. So asbestos, let me find that one too. Let me tell y'all now. They don't be y'all, we're gonna be suing these people for a very long time. But somebody just sent me another Experian one. Didn't see it yet. Come out. Let's see. So I am looking that they are trying to do the asbestos. If you find that, Cynthia, send it, okay, so I can put it on my put it out on my page. My February grant list has come out, okay? Not February, March, okay? So you guys are more than welcome to go to the website. It's another 8-page spreadsheet. Some of the information is going to be the same. Some of it expired, and it's new grants. So if you want them, these are grants that do not have to be paid back. They are for anybody in the United States. They're broken out by United States. They're broken out by other countries and individually by state. That's why it is so long. So if you're interested, please go to shamikasaves.com and get that so you can get you some of the money, okay? Mariah says, I really want to purchase a home. I think that is wonderful to purchase a home, but I like you guys to be ready, not just emotionally, I'm ready to purchase a home, but then I don't make enough money, okay? That's the problem. These houses are overinflated in price, and then you're going to get into them and you're going to struggle. I know y'all like crab legs and shrimp and crawfish, and if you get a mortgage and you can't afford it, you will not be eating like that, sis. Okay, you won't. You're going to be having roommates galore because it's going to be too hard to afford. And a lot of y'all don't even prepare for your second year when the taxes kick in. Okay. So I want you to get homes, but I don't want anybody to get a home before they are really ready. Okay. Because let me tell you, the bank don't have no problem snatching that home from you and selling it to somebody else. Okay. They want that mortgage interest. That's right. And if y'all look on y'all taxes for people who do have homes, I know y'all frustrated. How many homeowners here turn in their 1098 to their tax preparer to put in all that interest you paid, and it don't move your tax refund not $1? Okay. The only time it's going to really affect it is the first year. After that, you're just putting it in. So mind you, you paying all this interest, but you ain't going to see much of it back at your tax time either. So I ain't trying to talk nobody out of a house. I just want y'all to know what to look for. If you do not see Kia, hold on, type in, go to Google, because I got the picture right here. It's Kia. Hold on, where's my photos? It is the Kia. Yes, because I sent it to my friend. It's the Kia. It says HECU. So Kia, HECU lawsuit. So they may take you to a different page. Oh, matter of fact, here it is. This is the website. Kia, HECU settlement.com. I had the whole thing screenshotted. So Kia, KIAHECU settlement.com. You can go right there and do it. Now, mind y'all know I go to like 3-4 different places for my class action. So my stuff is all over the place, but I'm getting my money. Are you? Okay. What is the IRS? It says, why is the IRS saying my refund is delayed? It could be delayed because they're just behind in processing, or it could be delayed because there's something on your taxes that they need to verify before they issue it to you. You claiming somebody knew that you didn't. You claiming a new credit that you normally will not credit. Sometimes those are triggers for them to look and verify before they send you a refund. If they need you to verify something, they will send you a letter. It says, nope, did not move one bit on my taxes from my house interest. I'm telling you, it doesn't move. And another thing, if you guys have that solar energy credit, now y'all people been coming to me. These people I've been selling y'all these solar water heaters, and they telling y'all that y'all gonna get all this money back. No, you won't. Okay, the IRS only gives a maximum of $300 or $600 back. That is all. It is a lot of it is based off of how much taxes you paid. If you don't make a lot of money and you spent a lot of money on the solar, you ain't gonna get anything. You make a lot of money, your tax refund will be high, because if you make a lot of money, you normally pay a lot of taxes. Everything is based on how much taxes you pay. You don't pay nothing, you don't get nothing. And most, in 97% of the situation when it comes to IRS. So if you spent something on solar, please do not expect to get a whole lot of money back. Okay, just don't, because it's not gonna happen. A HELOC. A HELOC is just a loan that you take from the equity out of your house. You're telling the bank that, hey, my house is worth $100,000. I would like to borrow $50,000 at a 10-year term or a 20-year term, and you're going to have your mortgage, and you're going to now also have that HELOC payment. Most people get HELOCs. Let me tell y'all, because I'm a loan signing agent, and I know if you try to go get a HELOC and you're trying to do it for anything investment-wise, don't tell the bank that, because they're not going to give you the money. When you go to get a HELOC loan, they're going to say why you want it, because they got to ask. They got to put it on the paperwork. You say, I want to pay off some bills, or I want to fix up my house. That's it. Okay? If you go in there talking about, man, I done found a fourplex I want to get, and I'm finna flip it, they going to say, deny. You are not supposed to use a HELOC or money from your own home to put into an investment. Basically, the bank says, we already loaned you money on this house. You ain't finna take money that we loaned you and we're going to loan it to you again, and now you're going to put it on something that's not sure. They don't want that. So don't ever tell them that, okay? Fixing your house up or paying your bills off. The grant website is my website, shamikasaves.com. All you got to do is go under the shop tab, like you're going to buy something, but this is free. It's right at the top. All you do is you just download it. It's an Excel spreadsheet, and it has everything in there, so you can just click. I made it easy for you guys, okay? So just go to my website. It says these medical bills is killing my credit score. Yes, they're going to kill your credit score. I would say, let's see, it's almost 8. So when it comes to medical bills, real quick, y'all need to remember in the CARES Act, they stated that there's no surprise medical billing. So you're not supposed to see any medical bills on your credit, at least until it's been 6 months. They have to be at least 6 months old, okay? The other thing is, if you are considered to be low income, now everybody has a different income bracket. If you think that you should have some help with your medical bills, and I would say everybody at every income level should try, go to your hospital and tell them that you want to be put on the sliding scale, where they basically adjust your bills to your income. And in a lot of cases, some people have gotten their bills deleted out of their life and off of their credit, because hospitals are nonprofits, okay? And they get money from the government to take people who are underinsured to be able to help you guys out, so you're not paying all those medical bills, okay? And if you're trying to buy a house, medical bills don't have to be paid off. They do factor into your overall debt to income ratio, but they do not have to be removed. Everything else does, but not that. All right, Darylyn says, sure don't get anything back tax time. I know it, but it's okay if you don't get taxes. See, that's the thing that I think that I want y'all to understand is, It is not a bad thing if you don't get anything back at tax time. You should actually pat yourself on the back because that meant you did not pay your pimp throughout the year. Okay. So I'm just saying, I'm not hurt if I don't get anything back. Even if my refund is $20, I'm like, whoo, I did good. Okay. And y'all have to remember these new W-4 forms were designed so that you don't get anything back more than what you were supposed to put in. All right. That's all they want you to do is pay your share. Not the rich people, though, just everybody else. Okay. They just want you to pay your share of the taxes, and that's it. They don't want you to have any extra. They ain't gonna mind if you want to pay the pimp, he gonna take it. But that's not what they want. That's why that new W-4 form is supposed to be more detailed to help you guys out. All right. So let me see what y'all saying, because it's almost it says, but they put a lien on your house if you get the equity. Yes, they do. They'll put a lien on anything. All right. And banks always have first right. Mortgage loans and construction loans, they're gonna come and get that. All right. So you don't pay them, they taking it. But let me tell you, even if they put a lien on your house or foreclosure, you can file bankruptcy. Okay. And it will stop the process. It will keep your house off the chopping block. All right. Good to know about medical bills. You're welcome, Amy. All right, so let me see what y'all saying. All right, the website to go to apply for the grants is my website again, shamikasaves.com. Go under the shop tab. If you want your credit to be reviewed by me, all you got to do is hit the link in the bio and let's talk about it, okay? It says my mortgage interest definitely moves my tax return year 3. Good, congratulations. I'm very happy to see somebody does. That must mean you pay a lot of interest for your home. Good sign. Should married people file joint or single for Californians? I would tell you it's always best to file joint. California has not much to do with it unless you're just talking about state taxes. But based off of federal tax, which is the one that takes priority, I would tell you it is better to file joint. If you don't believe me, file separate and see. One person should be head of household if you got kids, and the other should be married filing separate. If not, you both file separate, which is even worse. So don't do that. Let's see. Jody says you be keeping it real. They didn't pay the pay. Okay, we know it. I love my uncle, but I know what his job is, and this is his job. Okay, you got to pay to play. He is a real pimp, and you're gonna have to pay him. I'm trying to keep my money at tax time, but if y'all want to give it to him, go right ahead. I don't care about no refund. Okay. Darren said that's what happened to me, but you have to do a bankruptcy 13. Not all the time, Miss Darren. Not all the time. People who have homes, it has everything to do with your income and how much equity you have in your home. But there are a lot of people with homes that actually file Chapter 7 bankruptcy. They still keep their house, they still wipe out their debt, but they also get out of bankruptcy sooner. And before I go, if anybody knows anyone who is in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, let me bless you real quick, because this is something they're not going to tell you. And they're not going to tell you this because the trustees make $75 every month, or a percentage of your bankruptcy payment every month. So if you are tired of paying and you're in a Chapter 13, you can request your payoff balance one time a year. Do not request this if you do not have money or don't think you can get your hands on money in 45 days, because that's about all the time they're going to give you. But you get that payoff amount. I promise you, it is going to be the cheapest thing you have ever seen. You have probably been overpaying your bankruptcy all this time, and then you're going to find out that your lump sum payment is so little, it's ridiculous. So they give you 45 days to pay it, and you can only request it once a year. Why do they do that? Because they don't want you to get out of that bankruptcy. Now, they're going to tell you, we do it because we make you do it only one time because it's a lot of calculating. And no, they don't want you to get out of the bankruptcy. So if you could get your hands on some money, you tired of overpaying, that is one way. All you do is cut the check to the court for the full amount. It wipes out your bankruptcy completely, and you can end that 3 or 5 year Chapter 13 bankruptcy just like this. And I'm almost certain you're going to get a refund for some of that money you paid, because most time your bankruptcy has you overpaid. So you'll even get a refund on some of the money that you paid. Okay, so I'm gonna see what y'all saying. It's 8:01, and if y'all don't have anything, I am gonna go. Are you able to apply for the grants for me so I can make sure it's done right? Only if you look at the grants and you know you qualify. You have to do that work. If you know you qualify for a grant, yes, holler at me and I can help you do the grant. Okay. It says, hi, when you pay a higher tax, 6% versus 4%, do you get more credit? If you're asking from your taxes, if you pay more in taxes, yes, it usually makes your tax refund higher, but it depends. on a lot of stuff. You got kids, you got a business, you got expenses. It's hard to say. Sorry, I got something in my mouth. It's hard to say exactly what you're going to get if I don't have everything that's on your tax refund. I mean, on your tax papers. But yes, paying more in taxes absolutely does help, because what are they going to do? They're going to refund you anything that you paid more than you should have. So yes, you get more, but why do you want to get more at the end of the year when you could have kept your money throughout the year? Think about it, y'all. All right, let me see. I hate the new form. I hate the new forms too. But if y'all need help on filling out those new W-4s, I promise you, I will just show you how to do line 6. That's the only line you need to be concerned with. Okay. Thank you, Diamond. I appreciate it. All right. So thank y'all again for being here on Wednesday. If y'all interested in taking the class tomorrow, the link is in the bio for the credit class. Cynthia, I will reach out to you so we can do our little test drive. And let me see. If you have any questions, you can go to my website. Put in the question. I do respond to y'all. Please go to my YouTube. Sister needs the views. Okay. I know I'm not talking about celebrity gossip, and I don't plan to. Why? Because this is the stuff that's going to save your life, not what's going on out there in Hollywood. It ain't going to do it. So I'm here to help y'all with the things y'all need. So support me as I support you. And I will see you, if not tomorrow, I will see you Monday at 7 p.m. Okay. Y'all take care. Have a good one. Good night. Thank you, Allison. Bye. Bye, Amy. See you guys later. And Miss Pat, call me. Miss Patricia. Bye.